What's up, H-Town? It's Amir Diamond inside the box with... I'm gonna let you introduce yourself because I heard your name butchered.
You didn't gonna let me introduce myself because you don't know how to pronounce my last name.
Well, I heard you say Sebasitan Mickael, but
that's what it is.
I was thinking it was Mickael. It's not Mickael?
No, sir. It's Mickael.
Okay, Sebasitan Mickael.
Yeah.
Spelled M-I-K-A-E-L. Singer, songwriter, musician. You do it all.
Thank you.
You do it all. You do it well.
I can't lie when I watch my baby. Her lip gloss pop just came from the spot. Hair done too, but girl, that was 4 shots ago. Now you can't believe that you did it with me. Oh, you was insane.
A lot of people compare you to Usher, Bruno Mars. I don't know if you know that. Does it?
I actually never heard that. I've heard Usher before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'll take all of it as a compliment, though.
I was gonna ask you, does it get a little bit like bothersome? Does it bother you? But
not at all. I think that every new artist is gonna get a comparison. Because that's like what makes you feel like, okay, I know what this is. I can compare it to this and this and that. That's what we all do. So until like people know me and know who I am, and
then
you know what I'm saying, they're gonna
be recognized as your own.
So I take all of it as a compliment. You know what I mean?
You were born in Sweden. How long did you live there?
Well, I grew up there. I came when I was 18.
So you came to the U.S. when you were 18.
When I was 18, moved to LA. I stayed in LA for like 3 years, just trying to do music and all that.
How did you know that it was time to move? Because a lot of artists struggle with that. Like they don't know if this is the right time, and you weren't just going a couple miles away. You were going to another country.
I didn't even think. I felt like I kind of didn't have a choice. I was just like, if I want to do music, this is what I have to do. And if I don't want to do music, I just stay back here. You know what I mean? So, and I love doing music so much that I was like, let me just move over there and kind of like start over and really create something. You know what I'm saying? So that I was young too. So I feel like if I would have stayed longer, if I would have moved when I was older, I probably wouldn't have been that bold. You know what I mean? Because back then I was just like, I just went with my my instinct, my gut feel.
So you moved by yourself?
Yeah, by myself.
You left your parents back home.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I don't know if I would be able to do it. Your mom's Ethiopian. Your dad's from Sweden.
Yeah.
Is there any like special dishes that you've eaten that you can put me on to?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Swedish food is bomb. That's always good. You know what I mean? Then Ethiopian food, we got a dish called injera, which is like the best. It's spicy though. Like you gotta if you like spicy food,
yeah, it's all good.
I mean, if you like spicy food, you can eat it. But a lot of people can't really take it if they're not into like spicy food. I love that. That's one of my favorite foods.
What's the major difference between back there in Sweden and here in the U.S.?
The major difference, it all depends on where you go. Like LA, I felt like just the way people approach you, like you know what I mean, like how people act in a way. Like I feel like people are more like outgoing and stuff like that. Compared to Sweden. Sweden people are more like by themselves,
laid back.
You can be on a train like and it'll be quiet, like nobody talking to anybody, like so you know what I mean. So that I feel like that might be the difference, But then again, I feel like it's the same in a way too, you know what I mean?
So you spent some time in Cali. You also spent some time on the opposite side of the U.S.
Yeah.
Beantown. That's where all my family's from. My cousins, my aunts, uncles, everywhere. Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, everywhere. I know it.
Word. Okay, that's what's up. You been out there?
Yeah, I go there like once or twice a year.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
My church is in like Roxbury. Like I've been out there like a lot. You know what I mean? Boston is a cool city, definitely.
And you went to one of the coolest schools. You went to the coolest school for music, Berkeley College. Come on now.
Nah, I didn't
you gotta know. You gotta know. Berkeley College of Music. That's the school.
It's a cool school, man.
I would imagine that. Like my perspective, I think there's like cameras in there following you around. That's how big it is in my eyes. So it's not like that.
Nah, I mean Berkeley is it's interesting. I feel like I met a lot of cool people there. You know what I mean? But just like any other school, they're gonna teach you the same stuff whether they teach you at any other school. But it's like you got to decide yourself what you're gonna do. That's how like I think that Berkeley has to look only because of successful people that went there. But they only got successful because they knew what they were doing, and they you know, they went there for maybe 2 semesters and then did what they, you know, was doing. So.
No way I lose you now. After all that we've been through, we've been to hell and back and here again. Enemies and best of friends. We'll work it out, work it out, work it out. I'm here to stay forever, my love, forever. And I need you forever in my life, forever in a day.
Well, there may not have been cameras following you around,
It wasn't.
but there is a kind of connection to some cameras, reality TV show, Love and Hip Hop. Your song was like playing in the background, right?
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah. Forever.
Forever was. Yeah. That was actually crazy because that record leaked and they picked it up and we were forced to put it out. Like no, but you know, it just felt like the right time because once we saw it on Love and Hip Hop and they was like, we gotta put it on iTunes because you know once they show on Love and Hip Hop they gotta put the iTunes link and all that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Go download the single and stuff. So when we saw that, we was like, you know what? Let's just go with the flow, and we did that, and it really did even better than I thought.
It's an amazing song.
Thank you.
It's an amazing song.
I appreciate it.
A lot of people think it's like a wedding type song.
So, I never thought I'd be the wedding singer.
Well, you are now.
It's all good. You know, it's like it's one of those soulful, you know, traditional R&B records that like I just thought it was fresh to put that out. Like, that's my whole thing. Like I wanna put out what I feel is not really being out there at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Something that we need.
That's what I feel. You know what I mean? Like
Something
you see a void, you be like, you know what? I don't really hear this right now. Let me just, you know what I mean? This is fresh to me, and that's what I'm all about. So it's not a, you know, everything doesn't sound like that track. For example, on my album, you know what I mean? Like I love soulful music, and that's how I look at myself as an artist. Like I focus on a soulful sound. You know what I mean? To begin with, but then, you know, also the way I do it is different from the way people used to do it back in the day. So the way I do it now is, you know, I do it a little differently. That's the whole point too.
So the song Forever is about relationship type song?
My relationship.
Your relationship?
Yeah.
So are you currently dating?
Not anymore, but I was in a relationship. And basically the whole story behind that song is when I first moved to the States from Sweden, I was in a relationship, and I kind of decided to follow my dream instead. And you know, that whole time for me was pretty hard because I was waiting for 3 years. So that whole time for me was like really tough. So that record is about that.
Long distance relationship?
Yeah, but you know, that don't work. Everybody knows that. I'm trying to do something long distance like that.
It could.
I don't know.
We gotta keep hope alive.
I'm keeping hope alive, man. I'm encouraging people to, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, let's just be real. Like, you know, for me, I know it didn't work because I was in another country. Like, you gotta see each other. You know what I mean?